All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us. I can see our guest speaker here. Our Ricky is here already. So if you could accept the speaker positions, that would be great. I already sent you the invites. Let's wait for our guest to appear as the speaker first, and then I will start. If just to test if my voice is audible, can please like put some emoji or some reaction so that I can know you guys hear me clearly, if that's okay. Hold on, yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. Right, I'm just waiting for our guest to accept as the speaker. So just hold on for a few seconds. Thank you for reacting. Yeah, well, you guys hear some music first while we will settle this. Okay, great. So Ricky is here. All right, so let me start with a warm welcome to everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Giselle, your host for today, and welcome to our Velo Tea Time, our engaging online gathering where we explore thought-provoking topics or exploring more and more on our Velo's developments progress. So today we are diving into one of our latest innovations, Orbit. So, with me today is the head of Orbit itself, Mr. Ricky, and we hope that he brings a wealth of expertise to our discussion and knowledge about Orbit, which will be involving about development as well as the latest update as well. So, let's warmly welcome Mr. Ricky. Hi, Ricky, how are you?
Hi, thank you very much for having me.
Great, great. Okay, so before we start, I would like to take a 1 minute recap of what Velo is in general, and we can continue with Ricky afterwards, if that's okay. All right. So, Velo Labs is a fintech company currently serving business partners in Southeast Asia and beyond. Our mission here is to build a super inter-exchange liquidity and settlement network powered by the Velo protocol for the future of Web3 finance. So, by connecting the legacy finance, which is CeFi and DeFi industry, Velo Labs is one of the few blockchain projects with a clear path towards mass adoption. So, the Velo protocol is a financial protocol that issues digital credits pegged to any fiat currency and ensure that these digital credits are always collateralized by the right amount of Velo tokens to maintain a one-on-one digital credits to the fiat currency value ratio itself. So it is made up of two primary components, which is the digital credit issuance mechanisms and the digital reserve system. So if some of you guys are new here and would like to dig more about Velo's product and development, do check out our website velo.org. So without further ado, let's get to our topic of today, which is Orbit, the next crypto visa. Okay, hi, Ricky, back to you. So, could you kindly introduce yourself, sharing your previous experiences and elaborating on your role within Velo itself? Yeah, the floor is yours. Ricky, are you there? Sorry.
The role of Velo is an orbit is to really bring a new context to what's going on in the world from a financial perspective.
Sorry, I think we missed the first part because we didn't hear it. So, could you maybe recap a bit, like introduce yourself a bit, or your experience and your role in Velo Teams itself? Yeah.
Okay, sorry about
Yeah,
that.
no worries.
I think maybe I hit a spotty internet connection.
No worries.
Um, yeah, so my experience is in telecommunications and technology, and and Web3 in dealing with that want to really change the way that they're doing business, reduce costs, and my role within Velo is as the head of Orbit is bringing to market the the ability for organizations or merchants to take payments from crypto and then have that translate into fiat. So it becomes really important for organizations that want to have the flexibility, especially when it comes to savvy users that want to use crypto as a form of payment as opposed to their fiat, and then merchants can actually use their fiat. So my role is to create that ecosystem and be able to bring that to organizations and users.
Understood. I mean, fascinating. So, I think you've covered on the development, the development part of the orbit and what is the end goal there. So, I think I'm going to move with the next question, which is in recent news that you are partnering with more than 100,000 merchants. So, could you share what is the process is like in terms of the onboarding merchants, regulations, and is there any countries that you're focusing on first? Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Uh, I can hear you. Yeah, but it's a bit, yeah, a bit noisy back then. Okay, we'll just give Ricky a bit more minutes. No worries. Hold on, yeah. I think we have some internet connection issues, so we'll just give our guests a few more minutes to settle it down. Yeah. So while we are waiting for Mr. Ricky, I think I can cover a bit of summary of what Velo overall is doing. It's not only orbit; we also technically have quantum, we have universe, we have nova chain. So this, including orbit itself. So these four are the main. I think one of our successful innovations so far that we had, and this would be. Elaborate more with our next tea time sessions. Although, I mean, for those who doesn't know what is Velo tea time, it's technically, oh, sorry, my voice. It's technically covering up towards the market trends, and sometimes we invite the guests. And like this one, we actually, dig in more into Velo's development. So that's why we invited Mr. Ricky there. So I think in our planning that on our next tea time session, it will be from product itself. So with Mr. Khan, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. So this will bring more and more, insight into the contents or the universe, and Nova chains. So yeah, and for those of you who, again, who would like to, become part of our community, we have the links in our bio there, so you can go and join our telegrams. We have a weekly um, campaign or contest every week, which is Velo Think Tank, Velo Thursday, and of course Office Hour or Velo Tea Time, which we actually launch. Um, I mean, how to say, like bi-weekly. Yeah, bi-weekly. So yeah, um, Ricky, are you there? Are you okay to continue? By the way, you are mute if you are speaking. Yeah. Hold on, yeah. While we are settling this, I will stop you right here first and just enjoy the music first. Hold on, yeah. Okay, well, we are selling some technical issue. Our guest will join back, so don't go anywhere. Just stay here and enjoy my music first. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just to test, Ricky. Can you test your mic so we'll be able to? Yeah. Hi. Ricky, are you there? Can you unmute so that we can continue? I think our guest cannot hear me, so there might be some speaker issues here. So yeah, just enjoy the music back. Sorry for this technical issues. 1 second. Oh, okay. Um, I accidentally mute everyone. So Ricky, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Huh, okay. So sorry. I also like didn't realize I mute everyone. Okay, cool. Where were we? Oh, right. So I think it's more on the third question, which is the recent news about you are partnering with 100,000 merchants. So can you share the process is like the onboarding merchant, the regulation, and is there any country that you are focusing on first? Yeah.
Yeah, so we've partnered with a couple of organizations with their names. We can't actually say quite yet, but announcements will come. But the exposure that they have is actually quite broad. We're going to be able to allow users to engage with merchants, whether big or small, to take payments through crypto. So there's been a lot of questions when it comes to a regulatory perspective and compliance perspective, but we have checked with organization or legal opinion, and we actually have the ability to do that. So we're pushing pretty hard on it, and it's going to be going through very quickly. So once the app is actually released, the Orbit wallet, it's something that we'll be able to push through very, very quickly. But we need to make sure that we have a very healthy and robust merchant network for users to actually engage with.
Understood. That's fantastic. So that's me to another question, which we know that Velo have a different product as well, such as Universe, right? So how does Orbit synergies with the other Velo products, such as the Universe? Yeah.
Well, it's important to have an ecosystem. So it's not just one product. Universe has been around for a little while. Orbit is just one of those pieces to the puzzle when it comes to the entire ecosystem. So we have Warp as well, which is the bridging piece. LightNet is also part of our ecosystem. So it's important to have this healthy and robust ecosystem for all of these different pieces to interact with another, and that provides the convenience to our users of being able to interact within one ecosystem, kind of end to end. So,
Understood. I think that's really some of the users also is very eager to wait for the product launching, so we'll be expecting that very soon. And yeah, it's pretty great to hear from you as well. Okay, so I think one of the question also you've covered, into the answer as well. So I do have additional questions, if you don't mind. This is more on your maybe personal opinion, and if it can relate to Velo as well, it would be great. So this we know for sure that despite all the recent turmoil in cryptocurrency or in the market itself, industry analysis still said that interest and investment in blockchain remain the strongest in the financial sector. So what is your opinion on this, and how or maybe how do you see Velo can navigate itself in the market successfully?
well, that's kind of a loaded question. But my personal opinion on that, yeah, and I think that the folks at Velo would agree as well, is that the broad mass market is starting to realize options that are a little more favorable to them outside of the traditional finance. And getting into the decentralized finance is something that's becoming more and more attractive for investors, users, and people that traditionally wouldn't really look at something that's outside of their scope of comfort. So I think we're in a different space, and it's only going to expand going forward.
Understood. That's great. Okay, so I think we pretty much covered Orbit. So if before we conclude this, is there anything else that you would like to add or mention for our listeners to dig more? Yeah.
Well, I think from an orbit perspective, I think one of the main features is that the existing QR code that's used in Thailand, for example, is something that can be used by Orbit. So merchants won't have to actually create another QR code. If you've been, at a POS in Thailand, you've got, Line Pay, you've got Rabbit Pay, you've got WeChat, you've got all these different payment systems. But the prompt pay is typically the one that most people use. It's the Thai, it goes to your Thai bank account. You can still use that exact same one. So I think that's a very significant feature in that merchants don't have to worry about that. And at some point, eventually, when they're converting that cryptocurrency, they'll be able to actually do it automatically into the currency fiat currency that they prefer. So, from a adoption perspective, the merchants, it's a very small adoption window. And from a user perspective, they don't know the difference. So I think Orbit will be adopted in a very, very big way. And it's, you have a wallet, you sign up for Orbit Wallet once it's out, and it creates a wallet for you automatically. So there's a lot of positives for both users and merchants. And so I think maybe that's just one highlight, but also reduced transaction costs, both from the user and the merchant side, which makes a lot of sense.
Great. That's pretty much covered. Most important part is for the listeners to actually follow Velo throughout the times and just wait for our amazing announcement. So thank you so much, Ricky. I know that we have a technical issue, but I think we've covered everything. So that's good. Thank you so much for being here today.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks
Okay,
everyone for
so
joining.
yep, thank you everyone for joining. Although I need you guys 1 minute in order to, just to recap, maybe because I think we've kind of covered with the technical issue, previously. So I would like to take this, opportunity to do some recaps on what do we have on Velo. So as I mentioned earlier, during the gap, we have Quantum, which is a lightning speed remittance network. Quantum will enable trusted partners to connect with each other, providing users with lower fees, faster transactions, and broader coverage. So the next one is, we mentioned earlier, is about Universe. So Universe is a multi-chain super decentralized exchanges. So you guys can actually check it out. Rightly on our website there, we actually have everything's in there. So Universe offer a high performance decentralized exchange where user can actually trade global assets at a low cost. And next one we have Nova Chain, which is actually an affordable universal blockchain network itself. So the Nova Chain is an EVM compatible blockchain that serves as the backbone of the Web3 ecosystem itself. So these will enable partners to connect their service with Web3 applications, ensuring the frictionless transaction for all users on the network. And it comes to the Orbit side, which we pretty much covered in this session, which is a crypto super app designed to make crypto transfers accessible to all. Orbit provides a user-friendly mobile applications that allow for a quick P2P payments using a simple scan and go model. So by utilizing a common QR code systems, user can connect their wallets to the Velo ecosystems and effortlessly transfer funds for various purposes. So if I think it would be great if you guys would jump into our community. If you have extra more questions, do you can just check our admins and we'll be at your doors to answer everything. So it's great. Okay, so I see a few comments in this session as well, and I think this one of the issues that we've been, it's been in our community as well regarding big time. All I can say is that Velo is aware of it, and pretty much that you guys will be expecting some announcements soon. So that's all I could say for now. And rest assured, no worries. We are pretty, we are not neglecting it. We'll just, waiting for the announcement part. Yeah, for our time. Yeah. So okay, thank you so much, guys, for joining. Um, you know, s- Join our next tea time sessions, which I would believe is on. Yeah, double confirm. Yeah, which is on 8th of March. So yeah, there will be a great presentation from Velo again about our products. Thank you so much for joining. Have a great day. Bye bye. I'll just 1 minute for the music and I'll end this. So yeah.